Are you losing too many employees right after they started? 1 out of 3 employees turn over within the first 90 days of hiring. I'm Lori with AgHires, here to talk about improving your employee onboarding. So let's talk about why they're turning over. 43% of employees leave that role because they feel like the job wasn't what they expected. I call this more of a miss on the interview process and not necessarily a miss on the onboarding. During that interview process, you're going to want to lay out very specifically what that role should look like, feel like, expectations, schedule, well in advance before their start date. The other kind of main reason they leave is they don't feel they're properly trained. They're not sure that they're performing the job effectively, and they felt they kind of got plopped in the job with limited training to do well in that role. A few other reasons employees give for why they're leaving so early is they either don't feel welcomed or they're feeling like the whole process has just been sloppy and disorganized by the employer, which can be a turn off, as they're looking to reflect on, do I want to stay with this employer long term? Why is employer retention so important? We all know how costly hiring is for the management team, the time consumingness of training and getting employees up to speed. It really is costly, but on the flip side, organizations that have a really strong onboarding process have an increased retention of 82%. Even if you're a small to mid-sized business and you lack an HR department, you can implement these next tips to improve your onboarding process. Consider for the first day that the employee meets the manager and their coworkers. 90% of employees feel it's important to meet the management team and their coworkers on their first day. So make sure that that's a priority. Also, think about pre-planning. Yes, you're gonna have your onboarding checklist for day 1, but think about what you need to do ahead of their first day to really set them up for a smooth transition. Consider, do we need to add any technology? Do we need to purchase any access, any systems? Do we need to create their time card or badge to get into the buildings? All those things should be done in advance. Then really work on an impactful first day. If we can get that first day right, the rest, I promise, will flow a little bit better. That first day should be mapped almost out pretty much by the hour for what they will be doing, activities, who they're meeting, and what should be kind of expected to be accomplished throughout the day. Then have kind of a well mapped out first 1 week, 2 weeks, or looser mapped out month 1, 2, and 3, depending on how fast they're kind of grasping their new role. Make sure you're reviewing those goals and expectations ahead of time. Again, should have been done during the interview process, but walk them through what those expectations are now. And also schedule ahead of time check-ins. In the first couple weeks, those check-ins should be weekly, and then also have a bigger check-in each month at the end of the month. So those first 9 days, they should have 3 kind of more in-depth structured check-ins with their manager. Also, you should consider maybe adding a kind of buddy system, someone that they don't report to, but can be their go-to for some simple questions on just how do you do this, or I'm having a trouble working the printer, or kind of maybe those simple questions within your organization. We have found that to be an effective retention tool as well. So best to you as you onboard your next employee. For more tips, follow and like AgHires.